Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity. This is actually going to be from Starcon 2024. We're going to be casting Launch versus Gypsy first. Launch got the... So, just a couple of things. First of all, people, the tournament's actually already completed. You can go to Artosis' channel and potentially still watch it in the videos section. And you may ask, why are you casting a completed tournament? And a big reason, one, to get a break from Fighting Spirit Mania, but the actually larger reason is because I really like highlighting the effort of all of these guys and all the participants, because they're just an incredible group of people, and I want to make sure that the community gets highlighted top to bottom, although I'm going to give you guys a black screen for a second just to make sure my audio is working properly. Also, apologies on the stream audio, particularly in parts were my fault. Anyway, up right in corner, we got Gypsy starting as the blue Terran. Bottom left hand corner, we have Launch starting as the red Terran. And I believe it is Erob who created the score screen. It says First Pro League on this. We're not actually doing Pro League here. We are, in fact, doing standard StarCraft, Brood War, whatever not. But this just looks so sick that I'm sorry you're getting like the volume of me turning it down on stream as well. This was so sick, I just wanted to use it as kind of because they don't have an overlay otherwise to work with. And I feel like it just adds a little bit of something to it, in my opinion. Anyway, Launch by far had the worst draw of the bracket because there were 10 players that were put into the seeding position, and then it was a random draw from there to see who's going to get first seed, or to get the various seeding. And Gypsy, despite ending up winning the tournament, and definitely I think the top 4 seeds were Crossy, Gypsy, Striker, and Jaeun. Jaeun winning it last time. They ended up kind of scattered across. It looks like, by the way, we're seeing a gas grab, but no gas grab for Launch. Launch may be thinking about going racks into expansion across position, give himself a little bit of an economic lead. This Barracks, I believe it's a little mispositioned here, and a little bit of an odd positioning for TVT. I'm wondering if he's going to try to produce initial Marines to try to catch Gypsy off guard with this. But anyway, as a result, Launch ended up with the very, very, very short end of the stick here. He ended up in a situation where he's taking on Gypsy in the first round, and top round's best of 3, lower bracket is best of 1, putting him in a very disadvantageous situation, basically playing the tournament winner right off the bat. So I wanted to make sure his game got out there in the first position to be able to highlight his play and his participation in this tournament overall. We got a standard factory build here. Gypsy is building initial Marines in the corner, and we do have, it looks like, a command center to follow, supply depots on the front, and a gas tack down. What the result is that means Gypsy's going to have a massive advantage as far as tech. I would not be shocked if, after he gets the scout and notices that the command center is up much, much earlier, he's going to end up with last scout. So that is going to give Launch a good position to get a lot accomplished. But Launch is going to want to get that factory up and some siege tanks out as soon as possible. We'll see how Gypsy plays this from here. It would be disastrous if Gypsy went just 3 factory Vulture from here. It looks like he's positioned to go ahead and grab his command center as well after the initial 2 Marines, but Launch certainly has the economic advantage here to start, and definitely has a scouting advantage as well, whereas SCV, although battered, was able to get eyes in the base and see that it was in fact a factory opener. He doesn't have additional eyes, unfortunately. He took enough damage that we'll see if he's able to get the additional information of scouting the command center as he brings this SCV back. But in the meantime, we've got an initial Vulture being constructed from Gypsy. It's not going to get a lot accomplished as soon as this Barrack floats forward, because that will be a front door seal. Gypsy's SCV out on the map, but it looks like that was in fact a command center. So nice play from Launch to start. He's able to confirm the command center. Gypsy, upon seeing this, I think he managed to get the edge of that command center, a factory being built in the base, and kind of the best situation for Launch. Cross map position, earlier economic lead, but look at this from Gypsy, not missing a beat, recognizing that he's isolated and he's at an economic disadvantage. Instead, immediately dropping the starport, proxy out of position, floating the barracks forward to potentially get some scouting information. He's going to go ahead and upgrade mines and then drop vultures right into the base, past Launch's defenses. And Launch, very likely, because of the threat of siege tanks, going to go ahead and drop that machine shop first, which means he's not going to have a lot to defend. He's going with the starport follow-up as well. Now I'm kind of curious, as all things play out, is he going to be able to get, if he gets a Wraith up in time, that would be extremely clutch. In the meantime, a Vulture camping outside the 9 o'clock position. So control tower dropping, that I think the dropship is going to be out way before that Wraith is in position. Initial siege tank being built. We do have a Marine out on the forward position. So 2 Marines in this bunker, 1 Marine along that right-hand side. The very little information right the second for Launch. Launch did grab a very quick second gas. He's going double starport? What? Launch is transitioning into double starport after this, so going double Wraith. I didn't catch that. And now, actually, depending on how this plays out, so Gypsy's going to go ahead and build a dropship. Depending on how slow he is, as far as the turnaround, he may not have sufficient anti-air to deal with Launch's counter. The Barrack's going to go ahead and float up and provide some information that direction. The Wraith is just going to be a few seconds off, and this is where Gypsy's really potentially going to end up way, way ahead, because the dropship able to sneak in before the Wraith timing, and now it's just a single siege tank and a Marine to try to defend against this. Additional unit's going to get wiped out as they spawn. The siege tank running headlong into a mine as well, so not able to provide defense, but now a Wraith has been spotted, so Gypsy knows he just needs to get a couple Goliaths out in the meantime, and he's going to end up at an economic lead. The Marine trying to peel forward. Unfortunately, it looks like the second siege tank, in fact, died. So Gypsy able to completely shut down the main. With additional mines, he should be able to wipe out additional siege tanks. The control tower has been spotted. The Wraith now making its way out. Gypsy building counter Wraith on the front, and he's going to have Cloak finished, it looks like, more rapidly. So now Launch, despite honestly having a very, very clever early game, I got to chalk this victory up to just experience. Control tower now dropped. He's working on Cloak himself. Some beautiful micro there by Gypsy mid-map to wipe out the Wraith otherwise. And Launch looks like he's going to end up falling here game 1, dropping below in the worker count. The siege tank able to clean it up, but this was a big, big dedication as far as anti-air. Gypsy now has the stronger economy, has forewarning. He's going to go ahead and drop that armory as well. Has a lot of map control. Comsat station being built to work with this, and he's going to take further losses with the superior air play right this second. And we'll see, yeah, as the Wraith are produced, if they wait. I'm curious if Launch is going to be patient with this, wait until he has an advantage. Still waiting on Cloak. The other problem is if he moves up with without that Comsat station, he's not going to have that. Instead, utilizing this opportunity to just go ahead and scout on the map. So unfortunately, I got to say, this was a clever build order by Launch. It's just, yeah, Gypsy knowing the precise thing to do. I'm guessing Gypsy tried to execute this once upon a time himself. And right now, down supply, his base getting ripped up a bit. And as soon as these Wraiths spawn, they're going to have to spawn into Cloak. Okay, a little bit of Cloak and good immediate Comsat there by Gypsy. He's able to, again, maintain superior numbers despite being 2 versus 1 and Launch GGing. So Gypsy really and this is why, like, honestly, against another Terran, with this start from Launch, he against I'm trying to think, against Exit, against Pandor, against a couple of the other guys, I could see this working for Launch. But against Gypsy, who took the entire tournament, and this is where I'm talking about bad luck, but still want to highlight the quality of these guys. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.